Hey guys, welcome back to CryptoBytes, your daily crypto news source. So, the truth about a DCG affiliate that still has a withdrawal hold on its lending platform, and at the same time, Bankman-Fried would be entitled to appear in a US court if he agreed to extradition, will be revealed in this news update. If you want to know more about this, watch till the end of this video. Bitvavo, a Dutch cryptocurrency exchange, says it has 280 million euros, $297 million in USD, in deposits and other assets with Digital Currency Group, or 17.5% of the 1.6 billion euros Bitvavo claims to handle in deposits and other assets. Bitvavo informed clients that the incident, quote, had no effect on the Bitvavo platform, end quote. In a blog post, Bitvavo alleges that DCG is, quote, experiencing cash challenges owing to the present turmoil in the crypto market, end quote, and that DCG, quote, has ceased reimbursements until this liquidity issue is rectified, end quote. However, a DCG representative informed Reuters that the money are kept by Genesis, its autonomous company, rather than DCG. The crypt has reached out to DCG for further information. Bitvavo responded to Reuters by saying it, quote, held DCG accountable for the unavailable cash, end quote. DCG, led by second market creator Barry Silbert, is one of the largest and most well-known crypto businesses. Its portfolio includes Genesis, Grayscale, Coindesk Foundry, and Luno. DCG has had a difficult 5 weeks following FTX's collapse and bankruptcy filing. Genesis halted loan withdrawals 1 month ago and has yet to unfreeze them. Gemini, the Winklevoss brothers exchange, not a DCG company, was forced to halt redemptions on its Earn product since its partner on Gemini Earn is Genesis. Genesis is supposedly owed $900 million by Gemini Earn users. The problems at Genesis have called DCG's finances into doubt. On November 22, Silbert told shareholders that DCG owed Genesis $575 million, but that, quote, we have survived prior crypto winters, and while this one may seem more harsh, collectively we will emerge out stronger, end quote. However, the Financial Times reported on December 3 that DCG owed Genesis $1.7 billion. Grayscale Capital is also facing substantial challenges, with New York hedge fund Fir Tree Capital Management suing the corporation, citing, quote, possible mismanagement and conflicts of interest, end quote, in its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is a fund that allows investors to obtain exposure to Bitcoin without actually purchasing it. According to CoinGlass statistics, it is now trading at a negative 48.7% discount to the underlying asset's market value. On Friday, Will Clemente, co-founder of Reflexivity Research, reported on Twitter an aggressive sell-off of various cryptocurrencies linked to DCG in the previous 48 hours, speculating that it may be DCG hunting for liquidity. According to CoinGecko statistics, both Filecoin and Flow, which Clemente claimed DCG had exposure to, have declined about 20% and 10% in the last 24 hours. Now, let's move on to Sam Bankman-Fried, which he wants to overturn the decision to resist extradition. Former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried is due to appear in court in the Bahamas on December 19 to seek a reversal of his earlier decision to resist extradition, according to Reuters, citing a source familiar with the issue. Bankman-Fried would be entitled to appear in a US court if he agreed to extradition. He is accused with conspiracy to perpetrate wire fraud on consumers and lenders, securities fraud, commodities fraud, money laundering, and conspiracy to defraud the US and violate campaign financing laws. The move follows the refusal of bail for Bankman-Fried on December 13, owing to the, quote, risk of flight, end quote. The former CEO's counsel stated that SBF has no criminal record and is suffering from melancholy and sleeplessness. On December 15, a second bail application was apparently submitted in the Bahamas Supreme Court. Bankman-Fried faces up to 115 years in prison if convicted. However, legal experts told Cointelegraph that there is, quote, a lot to play out, end quote, in the case before he receives a definitive punishment in the next months or years. Former federal prosecutor Mark Cohen has been retained by the former FTX CEO to represent him in court. Cohen is the co-founder of the law firm Cohen & Gresser and was a part of the defense team in Ghislaine Maxwell's high-profile child trafficking case, according to Cointelegraph. Bankman-Fried is being imprisoned at Fox Hill Jail, the Bahamas' sole prison, a report from the US. According to a 2021 State Department study, Fox Hill's circumstances were severe and overcrowded, with poor sanitation and nutrition. Correctional staff were accused of brutally abusing detainees. Caroline Ellison, the former CEO of Alameda Research, a sister business of FTX, has also organized a defense team. Stephanie Avakian, a former senior crypto regulator with the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), will defend Ellison in a federal investigation. Avakian is now the chair of WilmerHealth's Securities and Financial Services practice. She strengthened Bitcoin monitoring at the SEC's Enforcement Division as part of her job at the SEC. With Sam Bankman-Fried charged and behind bars, and FTX's implosion beginning to recede, ever so slightly, into the rearview mirror, coin prices began to behave normally this week. That means it was equally as volatile as the stock market. This week, Bitcoin and Ethereum moved in lockstep with Wall Street, peaking on Wednesday in expectation of a positive interest rate update from the Federal Reserve, after better-than-expected data from the United States. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation declined to 7.1% in November. BTC surpassed $18,000 for the first time since FTX's stunning fall in mid-November at its peak on Wednesday, before the Fed meeting. The top two cryptocurrencies then fell shortly after the Fed announced the same day that it intends to keep raising interest rates until 2023 in order to battle inflation. Bitcoin was down 2.6% over the previous 7 days as of Saturday morning, while Ethereum was down 6.6%. DOGE is the week's largest loss among the top 10, down a stunning 20% since last weekend. The largest meme coin in cryptocurrency had a tough start to the week, losing 9% overnight on Monday evening. The coin's losses more than quadrupled the rest of the week, dropping another 11% to 7 cents on Saturday. DOGE soared in late November on rumors that Elon Musk intended to include it as a payment mechanism on Twitter. This week's news cycle, albeit dominated by Twitter, was less favorable, centered on Musk's banning of many journalists from the social media network. TON, the native currency of messaging service Telegram's decentralized Layer 1 blockchain, the Open Network, rose a whopping 29.8% this week, after Telegram's revelation that users no longer require SIM cards to use the program. Users can now spend TON to purchase anonymous phone numbers from Telegram, distinguishing the privacy-conscious service from competitors such as Signal and WhatsApp, which still requires users to sign up with actual cell numbers. So, in your opinion, would the crypto world be back on track after what Bankman-Fried did? Comment down your answers so we would know your thoughts about this news. See you next time, and thank you for watching.